Hello and welcome to What's on Deck with Ashley Weil, a DITV segment keeping you updated on all the upcoming arts events to check out at the University of Iowa and around Iowa City. To start off, I wanted to talk about some of the shows I got a chance to check out from last time. How Can I Keep From Singing was the first University of Iowa theater performance I saw in November. This was my first time seeing a show in a black box type of theater in the David Thayer Theater, and I loved it. The show followed a small community theater coming back together and finding the joy in music. The show was heartwarming and sad, and overall it was a show I was really glad I got the chance to see. I also had to make sure I checked out the main stage production of Smile Medicine. This show was super unique. It took characters from the beloved Peanuts comics and had my emotions going up and down and all over the place. I absolutely loved the angels with their comedic nature and great energy on stage, along with all the rest of the actors constantly drawing me into the story. And I'm sad to say I was not able to catch all of the shows going on, but my friend and DITV news director Elizabeth Neruda experienced Hancher's Let Freedom Swing jazz show.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah, of course.
I got to see Let Freedom Swing, and it was such a great night. I went with my roommate, Kate, and normally when I go see shows at Hancher, I am in the big auditorium, but it was in this little side theater, but they set it up as Club Hancher, so they had tables and chairs and drinks you could buy, and it was very, very jazz clubby, which was so cool. The music was really great. My favorite moment, though, was while they were preparing for the last song, which I'll get to in a minute, they were asking for some audience questions, and somebody asked what was a music teacher or somebody from your life that really inspired you to go do this. And the drummer talked about, well, first of all, that's a great question because I love hearing about, music teachers. Teachers in general are so influential. Basically everybody who is passionate about their job has had a teacher who pushed them toward that, which is so great. But the drummer talked about his mentor and friend who brought him up playing drums in a jazz band, and his mentor was the guy that they based the movie Soul on.
Oh, what?
That?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's so cool.
And so the guy in Soul, like the bald guy who plays the drums, that was that guy, like in Let Freedom Swing. It was the craziest story. I was and like everybody else, like they don't all play together. They all play in different bands. One guy has like played with Beyonce. And it was so fun to see like this group of people who doesn't normally play together just come and have such a fun time. The last song that they did, so this band was going around and they were playing a bunch of different shows at like local colleges and high schools. And apparently at this one high school that they went to, it was a local Iowa City high school, this trumpet player was really connecting with a trumpet player from the jazz band. And this guy was like, you should come to Hancher tonight and play and like riff. And he was so good.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, I would have vomited on stage if somebody was like, go play your high school instrument with professional musicians. But it was, you could tell, we were sitting very close, and you could see like all of them being like, you can do this. Like, continue doing this because you're really, really good. And it was such a fun night. We dressed up, we got to go to Hancher, which is always a fun time. Hancher's such a pretty building. I miss being an usher there. But yeah, that was definitely my favorite show that I saw.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like a swinging time. Thank you so much for coming on, and I hope you get to see more shows in the future.
Thanks for having me on, Ashley.
Now, DITV digital liaison Oliver Wilhelm also saw some shows that I didn't get a chance to see.
Well, I got to see Sawdust, which is one of the student productions, all student written, student made, student performed. One of the ones takes place in Alan McVeigh Theater. And this one was by friends that I've had classes with before. Kylie Rowe directed it, and Val Timke, she wrote it. And their play, seeing it come to life after like so many days of like building it up, so many days of writing, so many workshopping moments. It was something truly incredible to see people speak the words that you've seen written on paper so many times. And that being said, the performance itself was wonderful. There's such life given to the theater building. Every student puts so much life into these characters. They put so much effort. It was amazing to see. And especially with this play, because this play has so many characters. And one of the unique things that happened in it was that each performer would play multiple characters. And so having them not only embody, one person, but change their physicality, change their way of speaking, and become different people over the course of the play, over the 120 so minutes. It was a fairly long student production. Having those parts change so dramatically to the point where we as audience could distinguish these as different people, despite the same performer in the same play, playing them was something unique that's something you can only really get with these kind of experimental plays that go on here at the theater. So yeah, it was a great experience. It was really fun to get to see, again, as always, students perform, people around you, people you can run into on campus, perform in a way that, is unique and shows us a side of them you never get to see.
Now, if you want to be sure not to miss out on any of the upcoming events this month, you're in luck. Here is what I consider some of the things on deck you won't want to miss out on. Now, while the theater department wrapped up their performances for the semester, if you want to see an on-stage student show, the Department of Dance is having a collaborative performance at the UI Visual Arts Building December 10th. This is an annual showcase featuring students from the departments of dance, music, art history, and theater arts. The event is free for anyone who wants to attend and is described as a one-of-a-kind performance that will be presented as a, quote, interdisciplinary performance created through the collaboration of choreographers, musicians, poets, composers, designers, and stage managers, end quote. The UI Department of Music also has a long list of performances, some live and some live streamed. Some of them that caught my eye include the All-University String Orchestra Concert, the Digital Arts Fair, Holiday Tubas in 2021, and a Trumpet Studio Inside Out recital, and the Holiday Percussion Pops. And then, as always, Hancher has some great events coming up. The holidays are officially in full swing now that it's December, and on December 4th, Storm Large with her Holiday Ordeal will take Hancher stage for a performance where she will be a, quote, undeniable force of nature. She'll light up the holidays with attempts of seasonal favorites, end quote. And then next up, Straight No Chaser takes on the stage on Thursday, December 9th for a holiday show of a cappella and food and drinks from the Stanley Cafe. And then lastly, presented by Hancher, the perfect thing to do the weekend before finals is skip brunch with Santa. Santa will be at the Stanley Cafe to meet kids and find out what's on their Christmas list, and then also have a festive brunch for the whole family. And if you have time to head downtown this month, the Englert brings a more festive and fun shows to Iowa City as well. Starting off this weekend, the Nutcracker kicks off with 5 performances between Friday the 3rd and Sunday the 5th. This holiday classic features a performance from the dancers from the Nolt Academy and a live orchestra. It's been years since I have last seen a live Nutcracker performance, so I hope my schedule allows me to make it for this one. And also coming to the Englert includes Mary Lattimore on December 10th and Paula Poundstone on December 17th. And if you're heading home for winter break, be sure to check out what other holiday events are going on at your local theaters. And that's all for now. Thank you for tuning in to What's on Deck, a monthly segment keeping you in the loop on all things art at the University of Iowa and around Iowa City. I'm Ashley Weil. Have an amazing day and happy holidays.